Hollywood. That's gooey ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young mechanic can be a panic with just a good-looking pan.
And any shop girl can be a top girl if she pleases a tired businessman.
Hooray for Hollywood!
Hello, Hollywood, and welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony. And let me also give a special shout out to our viewers who are watching the live video stream presented by our media partner, Variety. We're delighted you can all be with us today. I'm LaRon Gubler, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which presents these ceremonies. And today we are honoring an actress who has entertained us throughout the years with her amazing performances on both television and in movies. Today, we are presenting the 2,592nd star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame to Allison Janney. So let me tell you, before we bring her to the stage, let me tell you just a little bit about her. And feel free to cheer for anything you like that you hear. Allison Janney was born in Boston, but she was raised in Dayton, Ohio. Now, while a freshman studying acting at Kenyon College in Ohio, all right, there must be a few alum from there here today, she got her first break auditioning in a play for Paul Newman, and she got the part. Now, soon after, Paul and his wife, Joanne Woodward, suggested that she study at the Neighborhood Playhouse in New York. And believe it or not, she followed their advice and went on to make her Broadway debut in Noel Coward's Present Laughter, for which she earned several awards. She also appeared in Arthur Miller's A View from the Bridge, receiving her first Tony Award nomination and winning the Outer Critics Circle Award. Allison was last seen on Broadway in the musical 9 to 5, for which she earned a Tony nomination. She is currently starring alongside Anna Faris in the Chuck Lorre sitcom Mom, and also as Margaret Scully on Showtime's groundbreaking drama Master of Sex. She won Emmys for both roles in the same year. That was 2014, and that is a feat that has only been done twice before in Emmy history. You can applaud for that. Now, she won a second Emmy for Mom the following year, bringing the total number of Emmys to 7. In addition to season 4 of Mom, which premieres Thursday, October the 27th on CBS, Allison has had 3 feature films released recently. Tallulah, which reunited her with Ellen Page, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children for director Tim Burton, and The Girl on the Train, collaborating again with longtime friend director Tate Taylor. She also appeared in 2 of last summer's biggest box office titles, the animated Minions and Spy with Melissa McCarthy. Throughout her career, Allison has made memorable guest starring appearances on television, but she is renowned for her starring role in the acclaimed NBC series, The West Wing, where she won a remarkable 4 Emmy Awards and 4 SAG Awards for her portrayal of White House Press Secretary C.J. Craig. Additionally, Allison co-starred in the feature film The Help, and for their extraordinary performances, the cast won ensemble awards from the Screen Actors Guild, the National Board of Review, and the Broadcast Film Critics. The film was also nominated for an Academy Award for Best Picture. How about that? Allison's other films, and there's a whole slew of films there. I'm only giving you a few of them, but feel free to cheer for your favorites. They include Juno, Hairspray, Life During Wartime, Away We Go, Strangers with Candy, The Duff, Bad Words, and The Way, Way Back. She received another Spirit Award nomination for her work in the independent feature, Our Very Own, and starred opposite Meryl Streep in The Hours. And other feature credits include the Academy Award-winning film American Beauty, as well as Nurse Betty, Drop Dead Gorgeous, 10 Things I Hate About You, Primary Colors, The Ice Storm, 6 Days, 7 Nights, and The Object of My Affection. She's been very busy. Allison's charitable endeavors include Justice for Vets, the Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, Heifer International, and the Miami Valley School in her hometown of Dayton, Ohio. And so, on that note, please help me welcome to the stage our honoree, Allison Janney. Now, I know we all want to hear from Allison, but we have a few special guests who've asked to say a few words about their friend. So our first speaker was seen in the hit show The West Wing with our honoree. His other shows include Relativity, Ally McBeal, The Practice, Chicago Hope, and NBC's ER. He is often asked to guest star on several shows, most recently The Grinder, Once Upon a Time, and Mom. Please welcome award-winning actor Richard Schiff.
This is my life. Oh my God, you play Toby on The West Wing. You're my favorite character ever. I love you so much. But I really love Allison Janney. When I was 12 or 13, you know, the pubescent age, I first saw Anne Margaret in Bye Bye Birdie. And I thought out loud, probably, that exists on this earth. The very first time I acted with Allison Janney, I thought probably out loud, that exists on this earth. I got a phone call recently. I know you hate this stuff, but I'm getting a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame, and I know you hate it, but I'm asking you to speak for me, and you don't have to say anything. Just be funny and say you love me because I know you love me, and I want you to do it because I love you, and even if you hate me for asking you, I'm still going to ask because you do love me, so shut up and just do it. To which I said, Allison? Yes, it's Allison. It's Allison who you love, and I wouldn't ask you, but I want to ask you, and I know you don't want to because I wouldn't want to, so please don't ask me if this ever happens to you, but I'm asking you, so please just do it and don't hate me. And you just have to say a thing or two that you love me and be funny. For God's sakes, be funny. And oh, they're giving you 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Allison,
you're done.
That's all right, that's all right. Allison, I don't hate you. I could never hate you. I despise you. 2 minutes to tell the world why we love you so much and why we think you're the most amazing talent to grace large screen and small and stage too. By the way, 2 minutes to tell stories of how wondrous and exciting it is to work with you, how you astonish us, thrill us, make us laugh till it hurts so much we cry, how you make us cry so hard we have to laugh. 2 minutes to talk about American Beauty and Tallulah and Juno and Big Night and dozens of other great parts and great movies and Masters of Sex and Mom and oh yeah, The West Wing. 2 minutes. Okay. So I recruited some help. I asked our West Wing castmates for 4 words, because we only have 2 minutes, to describe our beloved Allison. Some were cooperative and some not so much. Mary McCormick, 4 words. Richard, why 4 words? Because, Mary, we have 2 minutes. Aaron Sorkin, Allison, 4 words, seriously? Yes, Aaron, because we have 2 minutes. Josh, graceful, disarming, vulnerable, and a 4th thing. Which, by the way, Josh, that was 7 words. Get a calculator. Dulé, reliable Dulé, humble, genuine, consistent, and amazing. The and was an ampersand, so it counts. The lovely Janelle, wild, hilarious, delicate, kind. The lovely Brad, statuesque, goofy, vulnerable, kind. Melissa, unbreakable, selfless, loyal, loving. And Tommy Shalami. 4 words. Which one was she? Then he goes on to say, nah, absolutely, unequivocally the best. Tommy insisted that I use all 8 words because he hates it when someone finishes on time. Inside joke. And from the Twitterverse, I held a contest on Twitter, and so many, hundreds if not thousands, maybe millions of people, beautiful and amazing, but I went with the one that was quoted the most, which was, I had root canal. You know, when I came out of the West Wing audition for the Warner Brothers phase, and I was notoriously reticent about doing this show. I was nervous, and Tommy was very kind at the time and helped me along. But yes, I'm not stupid. I wasn't sure I wanted to do this show, and I came around during that after the audition, and I saw a bunch of women actresses sitting reading, their auditions and working very hard, and so amazing actresses. And I thought, oh, this must be the CJ pool. And I stopped in my tracks because I saw one actress who I remember. She's the one, I said, oh my God, she's the one who was hanging by the banister in primary colors. I love her. She's the one who burnt her hand in the big night. I adore her. And then I realized I had seen you 3 times on off Broadway back in New York. And I thought, she's brilliant, and what the hell is she doing off Broadway? And then I probably said out loud, if these guys cast her, then they know what they're doing. And as it turns out, they did know what they were doing. There is no one on earth or beyond I'd rather be stuck in the acting trenches with than Allison Janney. Allison on set, when she's acting, is hyper-present, acutely truthful, penetrating, playful, and makes you no less than 100 times better than you otherwise would be. When we acted together, we never knew who the camera was on, and we didn't care. We were having too much fun. I'll give you an example of how penetrating Allison can be. We were doing a show called Mr. Willis of Ohio. And if Aaron is here, that was a pretty good show. I think Tommy directed, I don't know. But I had to get up. Toby had to get up from playing we were all playing poker in Leo's office, and I was supposed to watch Mr. Willis cast a vote. And so I got up, and we started to shoot, and there was nothing on the TV screen. It was a green screen because they hadn't shot that sequence yet. And I thought I was just going to react to what I saw, and I was stuck. And I remember Allison, of the many things she taught me just to look around the room and just find something that might give you a spark or an inspiration. So I did. I took a breath and I looked around the room and I caught Allison's eyes. And she must have known that something was going on. She tilted her head a little bit and smiled. And being a man, I might have misinterpreted that as a seductive smile. But it gave me a thought. It gave me a thought in my head, and I went, perfect, that's a gift. And so I did this. I did the scene and watched Mr. Willis and created the moment. 3 days later, Tommy Shalami comes running up to me, charging at me, which he did quite often, actually, and grabbed me by the shoulders and said, that was the most brilliant moment I've ever seen, the most brilliant internal acting I've ever seen. It was stunning. What were you thinking? I said, well, I was just acting. And so I today, for the first time, I'm going to reveal what the thought was that you had sparked in me. It was, all I did was look at the screen and just think this one thought. What would it be like to have sex with Allison Janney? So if anyone ever, if there's a young actor out there who wants to be brilliant in an internal moment, just think, what would it be like to have sex with Allison Janney? Allison once said, if I could stomach the awful part of being a veterinarian, which involves sticking your hand up animals' behinds, I would be a vet. Allison, we're very glad that you were grossed out and chose another path. She also said an agent said he didn't know what to do with me. I wouldn't be able to play any parts but lesbians and aliens. I can only speak for myself. A lesbian alien, I hope that prediction comes true at least once sometime soon. She has said, I love wasting time and learning to lip sync songs. It's a silly hobby of mine. I think you should share that talent with the rest of us at some point. It may lead to something. She also said, it's a great way to start the day, hearing you've been nominated for an Emmy. It's just thrilling. It must be nice to be thrilled almost every day of your life. And she said, I can tell when men are threatened by my height. Well, just so you know, we are threatened by your height. We're threatened by your talent. We're threatened by your sexy. We're threatened by your passion. Your laugh is threatening. Please, Allison, please don't ever stop threatening us. I am in awe of Allison Janney. Like a 14-year-old boy watching Anne Margaret and Bye Bye Birdie for the first time, only she's also Meryl Streep and Barbara Stanwyck and Shirley MacLaine, and Lily Tomlin, and Carol Burnett, and Lucille Ball, and Marilyn Monroe. You make the easy scenes delightful, the fun scenes hysterical, the arduous scenes painless and somehow joyful, and the impossibly dangerous and raw scenes possible and somehow inevitable. If I were an aspiring actor, this spot is where I would study and contemplate my career. If I were a young woman, this star is what I would gaze at to imagine my life. If I were homeless, this is the spot on which I would sleep. And if it was me, I'd stand on this spot and tell the world how much we all love you, Allison, and that no one in this world is more deserving of this honor than you. And by the way, I still despise you.
All right. Thank you, Richard, for those 2 minutes. They were very memorable. Our next speaker is the co-creator of the blockbuster comedies The Big Bang Theory and 2.5 Men. He was executive producer of Mike and Molly, and he is the co-creator and executive producer of Mom, starring Allison Janney. Please welcome Walk of Famer Chuck Lorre to the stage.
Hi. Wow, this is something. Here we are, right next to the very, very famous Gower in Hollywood parking lot, where you have not many people have parked. Many very famous people have parked here. Richard pretty much covered it, didn't he? You know, I was gonna, I thought, should I write something or should I speak from the heart? Then 30 years in television, no heart left. So it's gone. It's a big black hole right here. Ripped out a few years ago, you might remember. First, Allison, thank you for asking me to speak. It is an extraordinary honor and privilege to speak on your behalf. I've been doing this a long time, and I've been really fortunate to see some extraordinary, incredible talent day in and day out, and I've never seen anything like what you do every day. I don't know why, when Richard was speaking, I couldn't help remember that moment. Was it last year when we asked you to go out a window, and you chose to lift your skirt up? And
it's just funnier that way.
It was funnier that way. I think that what I could add to what's already been said is what you don't know about working with Allison, and that is what a joy, what a pleasure, what a menschette. I don't know what the female menschette. Every day on the set of Mom is fun. We work hard, but we work hard on something we believe in, and you create with Anna an environment that is so warm and loving and patient for us. You allow us to find our way, which we have to do every day, and I've never experienced anything quite like it. I've about 30 years doing this, and I've never seen so much talent coupled with such a wonderful, warm, loving person. And the talent is for the Walk of Fame, but what you should come away from this afternoon knowing is this is a great lady. And if you ever decide to walk away from acting, Governor of California, maybe start local, because she cares about people. She is an extremely intuitive woman who is. Acting can very much be it has to be a somewhat narcissistic profession, because people are working with their souls and their spirits and their bodies, and it's very, very vulnerable to put yourself out there like that. I would never have the courage to do it, but to do it and to maintain your dignity and to maintain your humanness is an extraordinary thing. And for all you people that are just watching here, and all you people who have worked with Allison, you already know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. No one deserves awards like this more. There's not enough Emmys to give her. I feel blessed. I just truly feel blessed that I've had an opportunity to work with you these past 3.5 years. And I'm, again, very, very honored to have this opportunity to speak on your behalf. I love you, and I can't say many more stars, because you only get the one. But
I love you. Thank you.
you're up.
Thank you, Chuck Lorre. I have a few acknowledgments I'd like to make. First, we'd like to acknowledge the chair of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which presents these ceremonies, Dr. Fariba Kalantari, who happens to be the first dentist to ever chair the chamber. In addition to that, we have an amazing number of friends and colleagues here, Allison. So if you would please wave to the crowd as I acknowledge you, and I hope I've got everyone. From the cast of Mom, we have actress Anna Faris, Beth Hall, and Mimi Kennedy. From the cast of The West Wing, we have Melissa Fitzgerald.
Jamie Presley, too.
Oh, and Jamie Presley. Sorry about that. From the cast of The West Wing, we have Melissa Fitzgerald, Dule Hill, Mary McCormick, Josh Molina, and Bradley Whitford. We have actress Perry Gilpin. And here I have Jamie Presley. We'll acknowledge her twice. The Chief Executive of Warner Brothers Television, Peter Roth. Always glad to have you with us. And the President of CBS Entertainment, Glenn Geller. Thank you for joining us. We have Director Tate Taylor of The Girl on the Train. And Director Paul Feig. And this is the first. We have the Secretary of the U.S. Army, Eric Fanning, here. Welcome. And from the 13th Congressional District in Pennsylvania, Congressman Brendan Boyle. Welcome. So, a lot of friends and family as well. Well, at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the man who represents the Hollywood Walk of Fame on the Los Angeles City Council. He's been working for us now for 3 years and 4 months on the revitalization of Hollywood. You can see a lot of construction cranes, and Allison, I can tell you there will eventually be a crane on this parking lot. There's a proposal right now. So that's going to change sometime in the near future. So please welcome the Honorable Mitch O'Farrell.
Thank you so much, Laron, and thank you, Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, for providing a place that fans across the world can come to and pay tribute to their star. And what better deserving recipient of a new star on the Walk of Fame than Allison Janney? I am not intimidated by your height, but I am in awe of your talent. It was about 20 years ago that I saw the movie Big Night, and I saw Allison Janney for the first time, and I thought to myself after the film, I thought, she is so good. I hope we see a lot more from that actress, because she lit the screen in every scene she was on. And you have been lighting the screen, large and small, ever since. And we've all benefited from your incredible talent. I think that when you act, what we see, and I think why you have legions of fans across the world, is we see your intelligence, we see your compassion, we see the quality of your character. And I think you imbue every single role that you do with all of those qualities. And that's what makes you so universally loved and admired. Am I right? And it's just especially wonderful to give a star to someone on the Walk of Fame who is going to always be more well known for the quality of her work and the quality of who she is than the star itself. There is no greater tribute. And I can tell just by everyone who's here admiring you today and here to support you that you are so deeply loved and deeply valued in their lives. And that is such a testament to your character. Really, it's really a big thing. And Laron mentioned just now that we are going to see a development on the surface parking lot. It will be a mixed-use project with affordable housing. And, yeah, right, we need affordable housing. So we'll negotiate that, but it's going to have a new element now. I'm going to really work hard to make sure that this project is worthy of Allison Janney. So on that note, it gives me great pleasure to present to you a certificate of our appreciation and recognition from the Los Angeles City Council and the mayor celebrating this wonderful day with you. We couldn't be more proud. Congratulations.
Thank you, Councilmember O'Farrell. So it's time to hear from our honoree. Let me just say one final word by way of introduction that we hereby are very pleased to declare this Allison Janney Day in Hollywood.
Thank you. I didn't know that came with the star. Now this day is really going my way. Allison Janney Day, October 17th. You know, as I look down, I see Montgomery Clift. It's his birthday today, actually. So it's kind of cool that I'm getting a star on his birthday, and I'm going to be moving in next door to you. Well, more on that later. I want to obviously thank the Chamber of Commerce for arranging this extraordinary day for me. Thank Richard and Chuck for, it's so weird to be in this relationship to you. So I'm just going to go like this. Richard and Chuck, thank you for your kind words and for being here for me today. You both, in your own ways, inspire me to be better in everything I do. Chuck is a big part of why I'm standing here today. Thank you for inviting me into your world, and more specifically, the world of mom. It is an honor and a privilege to work with you. Your talent is enormous, your generosity is extraordinary, and your commitment to excellence in every aspect of mom inspires all of us who are lucky enough to work for you to do and be our best. Yes, he's a remarkable man. Anna Faris, getting to act with you continues to be one of the greatest pleasures of my life. I love you. All of my mom women are here today, Mimi and Kennedy, Jamie Presley, Beth Hall. I love you guys. It's an honor working with you every day. And the mom men, too, Blake Garrett Rosenthal and Matt Jones and William Fickner. It is an honor. And all of our writers who are here today deserve so much praise for setting us all up with such beautiful, moving material. And it's extraordinary. And I want to thank also Les Moonves and Glenn Geller at CBS for your continued support of Mom. 17 years ago marked the beginning of a beautiful relationship with the Warner Brothers Studios and my friend and champion, Peter Roth. I am very grateful to you for all the love and support you've shown me over the years and continue to. Will also, I imagine, we will have a long, fruitful relationship. And also to Kevin Tsujihara and Jeff Tobler at Warner Brothers. And of course, the first show I did there 17 years ago was West Wing. Yeah. 7 amazing years with this amazing cast behind me. I have to thank Aaron Sorkin for the incredible gift of C.J. Craig. I will always be connected to these people behind me who showed up for me today. We shared a truly extraordinary experience, and it's connected us forever. Richard Schiff. I asked Richard to come speak for me today because of our unique relationship on West Wing, and we had a lot of work we did together. We also hung out a lot in the trailers and between takes, and we know each other very well. We're both sort of Eeyores in this life, if you know what I mean, and we just are similar. We just connected on so many levels, and his love of acting and fierce commitment to the craft always challenged me to, in the best possible way, to bring my A game and then put a little twist on it, put a little English on it, and I lived for making him smile behind his eyes. There are a lot of other people behind the scenes of my life that I want to take a moment to thank. The people that who make my career possible, make moments like this possible. I thank them all for being here and their continued support and invaluable guidance. My manager, Chris Hensey at Throughline, who's been with me from the beginning, from back in my Broadway debut. My fierce agent, Leslie Siebert, and everyone at Gersh, I adore you, thank you. My fabulous publicist, Karen Sanfilippo, who makes moments like this possible and makes them run smoothly, I might add. My lawyer, Peter Nelson, you do so much for me, and I appreciate all of those dotted T's and extra zeros. And Alana Rice, who she has to deal with all areas of my life, both personal and professional. She deserves a standing ovation, really. She has to juggle and balance it all, and she does it beautifully, and I couldn't do any of this without you. My amazing Glam Squad. You see me at my worst this morning, and you make me look my best right now. My friends and family know the truth. I'm a sweatpants and t-shirt gal, and it takes a lot of people to put this together. And finally, there are a few very special people I'd like to thank. Now, of course. Okay, I'm going to keep it together. The baby is not keeping it together, but all right. Steal my thunder here. Babies, I've had a lot of... I'm working with Tulula. That was an interesting... Okay. Macy and Jerv Janney and my brother Jay Janney. And my brother Hal Janney, who is very far away but always close. I love you. I love you very much. I thank you all. I thank you for allowing me to pursue this unbelievably fickle and exhausting career, profession, and for supporting me financially during the lean years, and also for showing up to support me at every gosh darn thing I did in no matter what far-flung location, you know, the Booger Theater on the Lower East Side, and you know, some performance art piece in Brooklyn, or wherever I was, you were always there and showed up for me, and I love you very much, and I thank you for that. Oh my goodness. Okay. I also have my niece and nephew, Niall and Petra, here, and some other family. I have so many friends here, and I love you all for showing up. And I've got to tell a story right now. I'm ending with a story. I'm trying not to rush because that's what I always do when I have to speak in front of people. How am I doing? Am I right? All right. All right. Now I'm going to tell a little story about this location because this is an extraordinary location. It means more to me than, I'm going to tell you why it means a lot to me, because most people will be like, Hollywood and Gower? Why would you want, I mean, Hollywood and Vine, yes, that's like a location that means a lot to people. But this, when I first moved out here to do the West Wing in 1999, we did the pilot. I didn't even know it was going to be a series. None of us thought it would go on, not because it wasn't brilliant, just because it was about politics, and who wants to watch a show about politics? Apparently a lot of people. I moved into an apartment complex on Gower Street with a lot of my friends who are here today, and all of us were in the business in all different areas. There were writers, directors, choreographers, costume designers. It was kind of incredible. And so we decided that we would start the Gower Academy of Dramatic Arts. And at my first Emmy speech, when I won my first Emmy, I thanked Gada, and I think most people just assumed I thanked God and didn't question it, because I was like, why didn't anyone ask me what Gada was? And I was like, oh, and not that God doesn't deserve to be thanked too, but I was thanking Gada. And Gada has been thanked by Octavia Spencer, thanked Gada at her Oscar speech. Katie Huffman's thanked Gada at her Tony Award-winning speech. I mean, I'm thinking we might have to start Gada right here in this parking lot. That's the building we should start. Because we even had fictional names. We were all teachers at the Gada, and my name was Dame Edie Edamame. And then when I won my first Emmy, I was Dame Edie Emmy Winnie Edamame. And I think Octavia, wait a second, I've got some funny, where's my thing? Oh yeah, okay, Octavia's name was Rocky Rubin, and she taught a class acting with props. Don't drop that. Which was hysterical. My friend Stephen Rogers, writer, his name was Colton Pancake, and he was the official Stickmeister, and his class was the triple take and thou. Phoebe Tahiti is here, international chanteuse, and Splash Dickerson, headmaster and director of all master classes. I mean, Katie Huffman was Ulla Hagen, who daytime eyebrow acting. I mean, we had the best time having this alternate universe, and then all of us have gone on and had, wonderful things happen in our careers, and it's just, it would be amazing to see that happen one day. We could actually get quite an enrollment going, I think. But I thank you all for being here. If I've forgotten anyone, please forgive me. I love you all. You have cemented this moment in my heart and on the sidewalk on Hollywood Boulevard. It's an extraordinary moment and day, and I am completely thrilled and honored. Thank you so much. Did I do okay?
All right, let's unveil that star. Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Allison Janney.
You're right. You need it straight ahead.
Allison.
Straight ahead. And now someone back here, please.
Lionel, il y a un cloud qui arrive.
Now someone back here, please. Allison, you're right.
All right, guys, you got it? Yeah, we got it. Hey,
We got a cloud.
Cloud. Got it? Okay, let's see the difference. Now there's clouds. Anna, there's a cloud. Let's do it. Quick. What are you guys do? Let's go. Go drop it. Richard.
Your left, please. Allison, gentlemen.
Hey, Richard, you too. There you go.
You're right.
Linda, Allison, please.
Get it, Bob. Down in front, guys.
To your right.
Singles, quick, quick. Quick on the singles.
Quick.
Is that a selfie or what is it? I'll take it for you.
To your right.
All right. All right, Allison solo.
Allison, let's
Solo.
get a solo. We have lights issue.
No flag, no flag.
To your right, Allison.
Allison, right down in front. Straight ahead.
Allison!
Sweetheart, right straight ahead.
Sweetheart! We need solo standing on the star, guys.
To your right, Allison.
front.
Allison.
Allison!
There we go. And Miss Jenny, run back to the straight ahead.
Touch the star, touch the star. There you go. Hey! One second. Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah.
Allison, up here. Allison, back to Allison, one here, please.
Oh, we're almost done.
Sun's coming back.
Wait a second.
That's what I call working with the
We are flying. Hold my call. Check our moment. All right, getting up.
Anna, Allison standing on her star just by herself. Her face is in a shade.
Previous co-stars.